that Belzoni made the find that would seal his reputation.
When Belzoni found this tomb in 1817, it was a miracle. His eyes was shining. He found a small corridor, and he thought it's intact tomb.
To protect the wall art from the moisture and visitors' breath, Seti's tomb is closed to the public. But in his unique position as the head of the Egyptian Antiquities Service, Dr. Hawass is the only person in the world with the power to order the tomb to be opened.
I will take you now for one big reason, to show to the public that this is the most amazing tomb.
The entrance sweeps down through the bedrock.
The tomb, it's deep cut in the rock, more than 300 feet.
It contains some of the most spectacular artwork in all ancient Egypt. Every available surface is painted.
The thing that just takes your breath away is not only the beauty of the forms, but also the absolute vivacious colors that they use.
One of the beautiful scenes, it shows the relationship between Seti I and the goddess Ma'at. But what's amazing, in all the scenes, you can see she's holding him to show her support and her blessing for him to go to the afterlife.
Archaeologists are analyzing the artwork to better understand what the Egyptians believed would happen to the pharaoh after death.
This is one of the two tombs in the Valley of the Kings that tells us how this tomb will make the king as a god.
Underlying that is the Egyptians' belief that by day, the sun god Ra drove the sun across the sky, bringing life to the land. But by night, he traveled to the underworld to fight off the demons that threatened the land of Egypt. This cycle was of vital importance to the ancient Egyptians. They believed if it was not completed, the sun would not rise, the Nile would not flow, and the world would end. Seti's task after death was to join with the god in this struggle.
The king will join with the solar cycle during the hours that it passes through the underworld. And it's extremely important that he be part of that cycle because this would be his function in the next world.
Seti had to be sure that he would rise again after death to fulfill this duty and his destiny. The artwork he commissioned for his tomb was a magic spell to facilitate his resurrection.
Magical spells are like instruction manuals or computer software. They function, they achieve their end.
This wasn't art. It was logical, functional, like lines of code programmed into a machine.
The tomb is a resurrection machine. It functions, it actually achieves a purpose. The scenes themselves and the words inscribed on the walls of these tombs are like computer code or an instruction manual.
The coded artwork reveals how the Egyptians considered mysticism and magic. It was real.
Once you believe in magic, then a magic wand is no different than a hammer. It is a tool. It functions, it actually achieves a purpose.
We are now at the end place of the tomb.
The images on the walls here represent paradise. The god Osiris ruled in paradise. The artwork clearly shows Seti meeting and joining with the god. How could Seti be with Osiris in paradise at exactly the same time as also being in the underworld fighting demons?